I'm going to show you some of the stock which I talked about in our Patreon page for the past 3 weeks, and we're going to take a look at how good or bad it performed. Now, there's a lot of stocks that didn't perform as well, but there's also a lot of really good stock that killed it, crashed it, and we actually are proud of it, and we're going to go through and basically do like a self-audit of the things we actually talked about on the Patreon page and also on our YouTube page for the past 3 weeks. Okay, so let's go to our Patreon page. As you can see, this is the Patreon page post from January 15th. On January 15th, 11:46 a.m., I let you guys know, my Patreons, that Dynatrace, ticker DT, is undervalued. I showed you this DCF, and if we pop it open, you'll see that I showed you that the current price, which was $43, is going to go up to $55.67. Now, this was 21 days ago, and if you take a look at the chart, this is exactly what happened. This was when I posted the video. This is today. It literally went up from $43 to $55.46. So if you invested in Dynatrace when I posted this on our Patreon, you made $12 on every share. Good for you. Okay, so next post was January 17th at 8:51 a.m. I posted this. I told you, hey, Patreons, there's 3 companies you definitely want to take a look at. I told you they're going to explode this quarter. One of them was Oracle, which all of you hated. The other one was CRM. And the third one was Microsoft. Now let's take a look at them one by one. So let's start with Microsoft. Microsoft was at 212, and I told you that this thing is going to go to 225. Let me pop it open. So as you can see here, it went up and beyond. So this is when we posted the video, which was January 17th right here. So it was 212.65 actually. That's the price that's posted. And as you can see here, it went up to 242. So you went up from 212 to 242. It's literally a $30 uptick on a $242 stock if you actually pull the trigger when this post was posted on our Patreon group. Now let's take a look at CRM. Let me just remind you, CRM was at 213, and I told you it's going to go to 260. So CRM was at 213 right here. Let me pull it up real quick. January 17th right here. 213, as you can see right here. Boom. 238. I hope you guys invested in Salesforce. It was in a slump for a long time. It had a lot of doubters, and I kept telling you, hey, this thing is going to bounce because the company is legit, and now you're seeing the fruits of our labor. Now, Oracle actually did not as good as the other ones, but did good. 61.78 on January 17th, and as you can see, Oracle is right now at 63.60. So it went up by a little bit. It didn't do as good as the other guys, but still a nice little gain. Now, just to show you, Patreon isn't the only place where I share good advice. I mean, this thing is actually on our YouTube channel for everybody to see. On January 19th, I posted this on our YouTube channel, a video called Lucid Motors CCIV Spec Merger, Price, Target, and Risks. And as you can see here, this was January 19th. Let me just show you the price of CCIV on January 19th was, let's go to January 19th. Here we go, $18, right? $18. The price is now $34.65. Actually, $35 in aftermarket, right? So it went up to $35. You want to see what I said in my YouTube channel? Well, this was for everybody on January 19th. This was more than 2 weeks ago. More than 2 weeks ago, I posted this. Look at the price. $35 to $40. $35 to $40. I told you that this thing is going to go to $35 to $40. Now, here's the thing here. You got to be careful. Look at my disclaimer. If merger approved. We're anticipating a merger approval, but there's nothing official. So if you bought the stock when I made the video at $18 and it went up to $35 as anticipated, good for you. But if you're only now considering buying the stock at $35 because you're seeing me say $35 to $40, might be a good time to wait because no merger actually was announced. So if you haven't rode the wave so far, don't do it now before the merger actually gets approved. But there's plenty other opportunities. CCIV is not the only one. Let me show you. Now, this is a video which I posted literally yesterday about Peloton, P-T-O-N. And I told you, hey guys, look at this price. As you can see, this is from yesterday. I told you the price is $146. This is going to go to $183. Literally, this was posted early in the morning before trading opened. Look what happened. The stock actually went up to 150, 152 at some point. It then went down, but it closed at 149. So it already did $3 in a single day. So if you don't believe in Peloton, I mean, don't invest, but I honestly believe that this is the next big opportunity. I see $180 for this stock in the future. You can take my word for it or not. Now, Palantir, again, I talked to you about February 2nd. I told you, hey, I'm updating my Palantir price. I told you, this is going to go up to $40. February 2nd, Patreon group. Look at this. So, February 2nd, let's go to February 2nd. This was February 2nd, right here. Boom. February 2nd, as you can see here, right? $30.62. Right now with $34. So we already did over 10% in just 4 days. And I'm seeing this all the way to 40. And look at this, February 2nd, I told you about Fortinet. I told you, hey, Fortinet is at $148.39. This is going to go up to $195. And of course, it hasn't hit $195, but as you can see here, from $148, it went up to $155 in just a matter of 3 or 4 days. So it's actually moving on up. It did already 5% and it's getting up there. Now let me show you some more stuff. Now this is actually an opportunity. This is a stock I talked about on February 3rd called BCRX. It's in biotech, and I told you the price was $10.50, and I thought this was a really interesting company to invest in. It actually dipped. As you can see here, it closed at $9.98. So it actually dipped 52 cents. I see it as another one of those opportunities to get in on the early dip to get the long actual upside once the stock picks up. I am actually working on a full video about this company. It's called BioCryst. Let me do the video, but for now, just let me know if you're actually getting it. I think at $10, it's a really good opportunity. And again, another stock, TUFN, another opportunity. So TUFN, I told you about 3 or 4 days ago, it dipped like crazy. As you can see here, there's literally a cliff. Whoa, somebody jumped off. I mean, this is crazy, right? Now, this might scare you because, I mean, look at this. It looks horrible, but look what the stock actually did in the past month. Looks a little bit different, right? So the cliff doesn't really look that scary anymore. Look at what the stock actually did in the last 6 months. So as you can see here, this stock is not doing that bad. It's not a bad stock. You have to look at these things in perspective. There's a lot of chatter about their financials and what's going to happen to financials, and people are panic selling the stock. Again, an opportunity. If you take a look at my Patreon page, I told you that this stock is going to go to the $23 range within the next 6 months. I think it's another one of those opportunities which I mentioned earlier. I definitely think that this is very interesting. On January 26th, I posted this about Taboola actually going SPAC. When I initially talked about IACA and the Taboola SPAC, I told you that I see a lot of upside for this company. And everything I said still holds true. However, I also mentioned to you that the valuation of this SPAC is about 400 million, while the entire deal is valued at about 3 billion. But that's not the case. The current valuation of the SPAC is only for 10% of the actual shares outstanding, meaning it's at 10%, meaning that the current valuation of the SPAC already has the actual 3 billion baked in. And now this is my correction. I also posted about this on our Patreon group a few moments ago and to our channel members. I'll let you guys know that this was an honest mistake. Of course, there's a lot more picks on our Patreon page. Some pan out, some don't. I'm not saying I'm hitting every single pick right. Check out the Patreon page, see for yourself. There's a whole Excel spreadsheet with every single one of my picks, which you can access and evaluate my performance. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is behind the closed door. Check it out. See for yourself.